So I know somebody is out there watching right now, or maybe they're watching a recording later and they're starting their first book. They've always wanted to be a writer. They said, this is it for me. And they're sitting there telling themselves right now, that'll never be me. I'll never be a New York Times bestseller. That can't happen. That only happens to people like Miss Peggy. You know, what would you tell that person who's just starting to put pen to paper?
Yeah, I would say what Zig Ziglar would have said, that's stinking thinking. That is not going to get you anywhere except into a place of unsatisfied or dissatisfaction. That's exactly what it'll do. I would suggest if you're going to become an author, decide to be a huge author, a successful author, be a New York Times bestselling author. You know, it's available to anyone. It doesn't matter who you are, where you live. I don't live in the United States. I'm a Canadian. I live in the nation's capital, city of Ottawa, and I'm a New York Times bestselling author. And I know many other authors. There's a young lady from Japan who became a New York Times bestselling author. It doesn't matter where you live. So, you know, why authors write their books? I mean, I've got 19, The Savvy Wisdom was book number 19 and so far. We write them to help people, or we write them to entertain people if it's a fiction book, or maybe both, because that's really what Savvy Wisdom does. It's a parable, so it's a fiction with valuable lessons in it. But here's the point. You don't write a book to sit in a box somewhere in a basement or to sit in a back room. You write it to get out there in the world so people can enjoy it, right? So I would suggest decide, what would you love? And that's how you answer the question. You think about, what would I love? Understanding that there's no limits. Now, I would think that what happens is, as soon as someone starts to think about what would I love, they start thinking, I'm not even a great writer. Or, you know, I don't live in that country, or I'm not old enough, or I'm not young enough, or some other negative, destructive idea that's never going to serve you. When that kind of stuff comes up, I call that garbage. And that needs to be put where it belongs, in the can, and thrown out. It's like, out, you demons. Like, it's going to destroy. It's negativity, and it only takes a little bit and it will destroy dreams. So even if you think, oh, okay, I'm listening to Peggy and I'm thinking, okay, well, I wouldn't mind being a New York Times bestselling author. That'd be pretty cool. And they think, oh, but I don't know. Like, I don't even know how to write a book. I've never written a book before. I don't even consider myself a great writer. As soon as that comes up, recognize what's going on and shut it down. Shut it down. What you do in the process of manifesting is decide, what would you love? And then what do you need to believe in order to create it?